Photography. All right, that's this week's unit photography. Now, if you watch the other video on the rule of thirds, you're going to understand why our objective is to understand how artists utilize composition techniques to create better photography, usually through using the rule of thirds. And you might have to answer an essential question. Well, the question might be, how can you use the rule of thirds to create better photography? And I'm going to give you some projects in this video that you can do this week using photography, and you can use the rule of thirds in these photography videos. Remember, the rule of thirds breaks up the top half and the side halves into 3 quadrants, which gives us those 4 spots. And if you put an object at each one of those 4 spots, like here, the top of the mountain or the horse is at one of those spots, it makes for a better composition. Like this right here, where the horizon line is right at the bottom third, and then the top of the building there is at the top third. It's really easy. Even that biker right there is at that top 1/3 spot. You just want to put the objects in those corners. That's all you got to do. So your first challenge is number 1, take photos of the following subjects while considering the rule of thirds. Try to take a picture of a portrait, maybe someone up close. How can you use the rule of thirds like that? Take a picture of a landscape, go outside, take a picture of your backyard. Or a still life of objects. You could set up a couple of objects, maybe some teddy bears or something, and take a picture of them. Try to use the rule of thirds. And then try architecture, like go outside and take a picture of a building or something. And then something in motion. Try to grab something in some way and include the rule of thirds in your photography. And if that's not your cup of tea, I've got challenge number 2. This is forced perspective. Forced perspective is when you have something that's further away in the distance and something that's closer in the distance, but they look like they're the same distance away. And that's why it looks like this girl is standing on this other girl's head, but she's not. She's really standing on the windowsill. Shh, don't tell anybody. That's our secret. Here's another one right here. How is this girl in the front picking up this little girl? She must only be like 5 inches tall. She's so small. No, actually, she's standing on a car. Shh, again, it's our secret. Now, this one's forced perspective is like you have a spray can and it looks like spray's coming out. That's the clouds. The clouds are far away. The spray can's up close, but they look like they're at the same distance. That's forced perspective. So go ahead and give that one a try. And if that's not your cup of tea, challenge number 3. Include drawing with photography. You can look up Ben Hine, pencil versus camera, and get some ideas online of how you might be able to do it. And by simply doing some drawings and then taking a picture of yourself holding a drawing in front of an actual object makes for a really cool project. And if that's not your cup of tea, that's fine. We've got one more challenge, challenge number 4, and that's this. You can look up this person online too. What he does is cut out photography. Yeah, he has this drawing he did of this girl in the shirt and in the dress, but then he used the little X-Acto knife and he cut out the shirt and he cut out the skirt so you see the objects in the background. So it's like the buildings become her dress and the sky becomes her shirt. It's pretty cool stuff. So take a look online and decide if you want to use that one too. And that's the whole thing, photography. Pick one of those challenges and make some art. Yeah.